All right, so here we go with our application. The most important thing to remember about applying your nail wraps is that you need to have very clean, oil-free, dry nails. Everything that I am using today to apply my Jamberry Nail Wraps comes in our wonderful Jamberry application kit. It includes the nail clippers, if you use nail clippers, a buffing block, our wonderful Jamberry signature file, our cuticle scissors, which I'm told by those in the know that the application kit is worth the cost of the scissors alone. They're designed to cut our very durable product. Also included is our wonderful purple Jamberry pusher. This thing is a thing of magic for sealing your nail wraps, and a couple of orange sticks. The other thing you need, of course, is our Jamberry heater. So I'm gonna turn this thing on right now. Our Jamberry heater is whisper quiet. It gives out just the right amount of heat, and it even has this lovely felt tip here, so you don't have to worry about the little ones burning their fingers, or you for that matter, on our heater. It's perfect for applying your wrap when you're watching TV, when you're on the phone, when the kids are napping, because let's face it, that's about the only time that I have to do my nails. I've already washed and prepped my nail. Prep is very important in the application of your nail wraps. We all have cuticles, and we all have what's called invisible cuticle. If you don't get rid of that, then your wraps are not going to seal properly. A great way to remove your invisible cuticle is by pushing back your cuticles with our purple pusher. Okay? Use the flat end of the pusher to just scrape along the sides of your nail bed. If you scrape along the sides of your nail bed, this will remove any invisible cuticle that's hanging around there. It will help your wraps to have a smooth, airtight, watertight seal. Another tool that you can use is our fantastic cuticle remover pen. This comes in a little clip pen that you can just brush on to safely and completely remove any unwanted cuticles. So once we have prepped the cuticle, then we want to make sure that we've got a very clean, oil-free, and dry surface. One of the ways to do that is with our Jamberry non-acetone nail prep cleanser. This stuff is amazing for getting your nails completely dry and prepped to apply your wrap. You can also use white vinegar or rubbing alcohol. Our wonderful nail prep cleanser, however, is non-harsh, so it's a great alternative to any other cleansers. And it comes also in this wonderful pump bottle, so no messes. So I'm just going to use a cotton wipe, and I'm going to give it just one pump. Now, one pump can really do all of your nails. Can you hear that squeak sound? Very clean. You want to make sure that you're getting in the cuticles. And we want to make sure that it's dry as well. Now, since I'm just doing the one nail, I'm going to use my Jamberry heater to dry it. You can do your whole hand at once, so by the time you get to application, then they're all going to be pretty much dry. You can apply this wrap on your natural nail, acrylic nails, gel nails, and shellac. You can also use a base coat underneath your wrap. We have a wonderful straight fitting base coat. If you tend to have very thin nails or flaky nails, this is a good one for you. And another thing to combat flaky nails is our Jamberry cuticle oil, and it smells incredible. This will keep your cuticles healthy. When you're wearing the wraps, you have covered up the nail bed, and it will draw all the nutrients from your cuticles. By keeping them moist and healthy, you're also going to have healthy nails. And that really applies to any nail treatment. Now that you have completely prepped your hand by pushing back your cuticle and removing unwanted cuticles, and also removing the oils from your nail bed, we're going to actually apply our wrap. As you can see, I've applied my wraps on 5 of my nails, and I'm going to apply them on 6. And there's still a whole lot left on the sheet. We've got these little tiny pieces here. Those are great for toes, so don't throw those away. I'm going to remove the wrap from the sheet using something other than my fingers. We just removed all of the oils from our nail. We don't want to put it back on the wrap. You can use our awesome cuticle pusher, or you can use the orange stick that comes in your application kit. Either one works just fine. I'm going to use the other half of this wrap that's already been cut. Now, if you have very small fingers, or if you want to salvage your wraps, you can definitely just cut them into little tiny pieces so that you have more use out of your sheet. So we're going to gently remove this from the sheet using our cuticle pusher. If you roll the sheet, it'll come off just a little bit easier. There we go. So now it's on your cuticle pusher. I'm going to do what's referred to as the cold method of application, which all that means is that I apply the wrap before I heat. I'm going to use my cuticle pusher to rest it on my nail. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect at this point. You can still adjust it because it hasn't been heated yet. So if you look at it and it's not quite uneven, you can still adjust it. I have it just rested on my nail. I call that angel wing. Since this is a vinyl product, we want to make sure that the wrap is pliable before it's applied, so we don't get any wrinkles. So I'm gonna heat it up for about 3 seconds. Don't overheat it, that does more harm than good. So we're gonna heat it up for 1, 2, 3 seconds, and then we're gonna smooth it. Now we wanna smooth this wrap from cuticle all the way to the tip. See that? Cuticle all the way to the tip, and then from the center, straight out. So center, straight out. And then the other center, straight out, okay? We do not want to smooth this at an angle. If you smooth your wraps at an angle, then you're going to get wrinkles. And now, remember our little thing of magic, our cuticle pusher? We're going to smooth the wrap on the sides. And just really, really seal in those edges. So we have a watertight seal. But not too much pressure. You don't want to stretch the wrap because when vinyl cools, it also shrinks. So we want to make sure that we're not stretching the wrap. That will give you bubbles later. Just give it a nice smooth finish. Now at this point you can do one of two things. I have some girls that just clip it and then reheat and they're done. And that seals it for them. I like to file my nail wrap. Now again, I do all of my nails at once and then I come back and file, just like the rest of the process. So I don't want this edge to catch on anything. I'm gonna give it a rough clip. I turn my nail over to really see where that tip ends. And again, just a rough clip. So now that I have a rough clip, I'm gonna heat it again just to make sure I seal it. Anytime that you've done anything to the wrap, whether you're clipping it or cutting it or filing it, you wanna give it a little more heat to reseal that tip. We also wanna make sure that the wrap is completely cool before we file it. Otherwise, you're gonna get little hairline tears at the end of your wrap, and then when it cools, it's going to shrink back and you'll have a rough edge that will catch on everything. So let's just make sure it's pretty cool before we file. So this should be cool by now, so let's give it a file. When we file, we want to file straight down, not side to side, not up and down. We don't want to pull up that seal we just created. So let's file this straight down, and it will easily come off. Now don't mess around with it. Don't give it like little tiny little files because this is a durable product. It's meant to be filed. If you are trying to be gentle on it, all you're gonna do is tear up that tip. I like to actually turn my nail around so I can see it when I'm filing. See how it's coming off there? I don't know if you can see that. So now we're gonna heat it just one more time to seal that tip. And smooth it out. And that's it. Now you have beautiful nails.